Hey everyone, I'm NornQueenAlexis and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this sit and chat where I am just sitting here looking at projects that I need to finish, debating finishing them, and then eventually deciding not to finish them, procrastinate, and then pretend that I'll finish them tomorrow. Yes, the perpetual circle of I will eventually do it. I'm not going to do it. So, I am relaxing and enjoying my life. Today is what, Thursday? I want to say it's Thursday, unless I missed work. No, today is Thursday. Okay, I was correct. For a second, I got nervous. I was like, uh-oh, did I just miss work? Oh, man. So something came across my mind that's really been bugging me for quite some time. And I talked about this in my Discord. If you're not a member of my Discord, join my Discord. The link is in the description down there. You can also find other stuff that you can follow me on, which is awesome. I might actually make a TikTok, because TikTok seems like a lot of fun, and I am definitely dumb enough for a TikTok. Not saying that anybody on TikTok is dumb. I'm just saying that I'm dumb enough and want to go on TikTok. But, okay, hear me out. Hear me out, okay? This is bugging me a little bit. It's supposed to be a slight split between this. Okay. Why do only some Sisters of Battle have white hair, and why don't some others have white hair? We see examples of this all the time. Martyred Lady, they go into detail about why they have white hair, and it's a sign of purity. And it's actually one of the first steps to the initiation before you get your armor. No, it's you get your armor, then you get your hair white, then you get your helmet. Because you have to earn your helmet with Martyred Lady. Now with other orders it could be different, but I'm pretty sure the white hair is a mark of purity. Okay? Alright? Following me so far? Then why don't some of them have white hair? I think it actually has to do with Repentia. Alright, again, hear me out. And I'm going crazy with this one. Okay? Repentia have to shave their hair off because they are no longer pure if they had white hair to begin with. And they serve in the Repentia. And the Repentia is not a death sentence like some people believe it is. You can actually voluntarily take the oath of penitence and go into the Repentia. And then from there, if the Mistress of Repentance decides that you have earned back your right to rejoin the sisterhood, you actually can rejoin the sisterhood. But there is always going to be a blemish on you, and you're never going to have the white hair again, is my theory. And we can see this with Celestine. She has black / tan blue hair, depending on the lighting. She's got like Sasuke hair going on, and it's really cool. But she has black hair. We can see this with the main character from Red and Black, who talks about her sins of the past. We can see this with characters from Mark of Faith when she shaves her head at the end. And it's actually a really cool theory of mine. And it's why certain sisters don't have white hair, is because they either don't view themselves as pure enough or served in the Repentia. And it's always a mark on them. Just a crazy theory that I had that I thought was really cool. If there are any gel-based model glue, I've used Zip CA plastic glue. Just use Elmer's glue. Like, as weird as that is, just use Elmer's glue or paint. I use paint on all of my bases to keep down miniatures, and I can tell you it flakes a little bit, but it looks good after like a year. It's fine. Don't they just dye it to emulate one of the saints? Yes, but it's also a mark of purity. Howdy everyone. Hello. Hail to the queen, baby. You know it. This shirt makes me smile. Yeah, this shirt is fire, isn't it? Like, I've been going full out goth lately, like goth punk, and not Daft Punk. I love Daft Punk, don't get me wrong. I love it. Also, hello, Ashlyn. You're awesome and I love you. If you guys want to check out a cool Twitch streamer, that person has just posted named Ashlyn. It would be over. Where's this stream chat? Would it be over here? Anyway, check out her Twitch channel. It's amazing and you'll absolutely love it. But but I've been diving into like the goth aesthetic. Can't really see it, but I actually bought something really cool that I think is really cool, but I'm also incredibly lame, and I'm not sure if it's cool or not, but I'm also really lame. So I want to show you guys. I think this is amazing. So I bought this. I have no reason for buying this at all in any way, shape, or form, but I wanted it because it's really, 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 really cool. And I have a clip so I can clip it onto my side for armor. For like, you know, for like the cosplay thing and everything. And it's really, 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 really cool. Or I could just put candles in it. And it's awesome. And it's a candle holder. Ashlyn, can I put your Twitch in here? I didn't really ask your permission, so I feel bad sending people to you without asking your permission first. Oh. Let's see. Got done watching Simple History. That's just happened. Yeah. Yo, Simple History is a really good channel too. The lamp helps with the Bloodborne aesthetic, right? But also, I just like my whole gothic, like I have a shrine now and it's really cool because like on top of my oh my god, on top of my dresser, I could not remember the name of dresser for a second, but on top of my dresser I have like candles now, I have my tarot deck, my spell book, a bunch of potions and everything. It's really, really, really cool. I'm super happy with it. Thank you for the donation, you're awesome. Ooh, white paint, I know the best one. It's, dang it, I don't have it with me. But it's Pro Acrylic white paint. Their bone white paint is the best white paint that I've ever used. Hands down, Pro Acrylic, best white paint in the world. They used to work with Creature Caster, now they don't, they're their own company. And they're super, 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 super cool, and I love them. Can I expect some love for the Astra Militarum boys? Maybe. I hope so. You have the cosplayer mind? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. The thumbnail has the Legios vibes. I don't know what you mean. I love you too. I think I'm on a delay, sorry. Yeah, you are. My YouTube is actually delayed by like a minute, just so I can up the quality. Yeah. No, but okay. I want to talk about this because I love talking about random things. The Astra Militarum. How can they improve them? One, make them cheaper. Because right now, a squad of 10 Astra Militarum used to be able to take out 5 Space Marines, and that's why their points were half that of a Space Marine for original balance purposes. But now Space Marines have 2 wounds, so Guardsman squad should be able to go up to 20 to compensate for that. But on top of that, they should have something like maximal settings for their las guns that'll actually give them an AP 1. And this is perfectly canonical in the lore and everything. This is actually something that you can see in the Dark Heresy books. Just click one thing and it fires and it just has a chance of overheating. Lord of the Rings thing. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's what I think they should give Guard, is an AP -1 with their las guns if they switch to a maximal setting and can overheat. This way it gives you the real Guard feeling where your guys can die. They should also get AoE abilities, like those commands should just be AoE effects. It should just affect multiple squads. A good commander should be able to do that. Don't care about that. Veteran should have a 3+ ballistic skill and a way of making it so that you can't get a cover save by using auspex scans and things of that nature. Tanks should be able to get orders from other tank commanders. Like tanks should have an AoE effect that affects everything else. A hotshot las clip. Hotshot ammunition is different. A hotshot gun is always AP minus a lot. It should be AP -3 because it was originally designed to punch through power armor. So keep that in mind when talking about hotshot weapons. I'm talking strictly about las weapons. Las weapons are incredibly efficient at killing things, especially if they switch it up, burn it all out, and shoot it as a maximal setting. They can actually punch through the weakened spots of a Space Marine's armor, like his tummy, his neck, the in between of his arms, essentially anywhere with his joint, or if they can get behind them and just shoot the power pack until it just goes and explodes, is another good way of taking out a Space Marine. Another good way of taking out a Space Marine is just throw a mine in front of them or a grenade. But yeah. I like the lantern. Right, it's so cool. Hey QueenAlexis. And y'all, has anyone managed to paint a Blood Bowl team? I don't. I actually gave my Blood Bowl to, I did a giveaway for it. And I plan to do a Blood Bowl League coming up that's going to be giving away a prize that is, that's a Blood Bowl team. So there's that. Let's see. My tablet has been super evil. It's time to upgrade the thing. Yes. I just want to merge the multiverse and show people what's possible. Do it. I think it'd be cool. Fenris themed Astra Militarum. Honestly, I want to do an entire brigade from Fenrir where it's proper Nordic aesthetics. So you have the Valkyries for Sisters of Battle. The soldiers would all be like berserkers. So it'd be a 30k army so that I can get all the Axemen. And then the Space Marines would all just be close combat. It'd be cool. Did you know in Spain we haven't received any new Death Guard stuff? It's stuck in Germany. Yeah, shipping has been very difficult across the world. Just blame the pandemic. Don't blame the company. They're trying their best. Support your local businesses, even if they don't have the Death Guard stuff you're looking for. Just buy their old stock, buy something else. Support your local businesses. They are huge. Like, without them, we are done for. This is like sliding down a lot. There we go. So like you roll ones on plasma guns. Yes. Okay, but can we get Traitor Guard back? Traitor Guard are actually still there. They're in Legends. Legends is still fully playable in matched play, and your opponent cannot disagree with you or argue with you. It's in the rules for Legends. It's the new updated Legends. It has them all in it, and all you have to do is just take them. You just can't play them in tournaments. That's it. That's it. Okay? All right. Alexis, do you think Black Templar are getting a Codex supplement? I love the lore and overall look, and I would hate for them to get Legends. Even if they did get Legends, it's not the end of the world, as I just said. But the Black Templar definitely should have an update coming soon. They're playable in the current Codex, and they're pretty beast, if I were to be honest. They're not terrific. Like, they are definitely, like, not terrific. Like, there are definitely Space Marine chapters that are just flat out better than them. But if you like that aesthetic, then yeah, I fully expect a Codex supplement of them. Boop. By the way, Queen, thank you for all the 40k battle reports on your channel, and hopefully you handle your hands on Blood Bowl 3 when it's released. There will be stuff for Blood Bowl on my channel. It's just going to be hard to do because I don't play it, so I have to rely on somebody else to do it, and then just record it. But thank you so much for the support. You're awesome, and I love you. And if you guys are enjoying this channel, there's a super chat thing down there that you can use to actually show like support for the channel. It's super helpful. It helps me actually pay for the stuff that I do, and it keeps this apartment going, because if I were to lose YouTube and I only have my part-time job, I can't afford this place. So yeah. Wargame Atlantic is your best bet. I don't know what you're meaning for that. I'm reading the First Heretic, Logar and Worldly Boy's superb writing. First Heretic is pretty good. I will give it a pretty good out of 10. It's definitely like a 7 out of 10. It's definitely worth the read. Lost and the Damned, not traitors. So Renegades. Renegades would actually be really cool, especially if you can get like Horn Blackheart or the old Soul Drinkers and not the new ones, which I completely don't like. Their new book sucked. Do you think other Chaos Space Marine chapters besides Death Guard and Thousand Suns will get codexes? They already kind of did. The Creations of Bile has its own like flavor and everything, and I really expect World Eaters to get something, but I always expect World Eaters to get something, and they're just kind of garbage right now. So I don't know. I hope. Like they should have things like Fire Frenzy, like for every 6 you roll, you hit twice, because that would be very cornate. Flamer weapons have a +1 AP because kill, maim, burn, which is one of the things that people forget. Or like to pass a morale test, you can just kill one of your own guys and just be like, no, we're good. You know, because of the betrayer and everything. I think that would be really cool. And they could definitely have their own flavor for World Eaters. The Guard can be a tank-only army, right? Yes, it can. You can take a Spearhead detachment, take 3 command tanks, and then take 9 Leman Russes, and I think that's like a little bit over 2,400 points. So it's possible. Is it good? Not really. But what you could do, which is good, is you can take a Guard list that has 3 command tanks, obviously, 3 multiple Leman Russes, and then take, what are they called? Devil Dogs? No, that's the snack food. Wow, I'm fat. God, the Flamer tank. Take 3 of those, take like 9 of them, and you can have an army that's hilarious. Let's see. What's a good Necron kill team list? I don't really know kill team too much, I will be honest. Take some HQs, because if you can take those, you can break kill team very easily. Don't do what the Norn is telling you. I don't know what you're talking about. I would heavily suggest my advice. I've been playing since 4th edition. I've played in major tournaments, and I have multiple tournament wins under my belt. I know what I'm talking about. Simple history and the Bear Soldier World War. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, I just finished off the book Manflayer, and would like your thoughts on it. I have to read it. Okay. And your questions will be seen easier with this. Thank you, Stone. You're awesome, and I love you. I'm just starting to learn the game and have a lot of fun watching. Death Guard. Okay. Is it worth trying to get them as your first army and learn the game on Tabletop Simulator with them? Death Guard is a tough first army, but it is a rewarding first army. They're very hard to kill, so you can actually learn rules pretty quickly as they barely die on the tabletop. It's very hard to get rid of them, and overall they're pretty forgiving for an army. So yeah, definitely try them out. If nothing else, start with like a 500 point list. Just buy their combat patrol and go from there. Random question. Have you been to Arizona's Rainforest? Or Ren Fair? Wait, sorry, that it scrolled like really fast. But if you said, I don't know. I've been up to the mountains. Mountains were nice. Fenrisian Guards. War Games Atlantic is a good choice for that. I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry. It might have just been the delay, so please forgive me. Managed to track down an Indominus box for less than the price of a kidney. Well, that's pretty easy. They're only like $200. I think a kidney retails for like $16,000. So pretty cheap. You can get 38 Indominus boxes for the price of 1 kidney. There you go. Oh my god, thank you so much. Greeting from the UK. As a Guard player, I have not used Leman Russes after the first couple of games in 8th. Also, I hope you are well. I am doing fantastic. Thank you so much. You're awesome and I love you. I like... Okay, so I will admit my my idea of guard is very, very, very limited, and I will tell you why. When I play guard, I bring these. I was going to be smart and pick up my aircrafts, but they're in a tote under my bed, and I don't feel like grabbing them right now. But typically when I bring guard, I actually bring like 4 or 5 flyers. And that was 8th edition. Now there's no flyer wings, so it's much harder to bring them. So it's, I will admit my guard knowledge is low. Chem dogs, hellhounds. Yeah, it's a hellhound. Thank you. My harvester, I can speak. My hobby store's location closed down, so I'm here. Were you good friends with the owner? If so, they're probably still selling their stock online. Try to get it from them, and please try to even support them a little bit, even if they're going out of business. Do everything you can to support your local businesses. The countries, every single country in the world is run on small businesses. Regardless of what any major corporation tries to say, small businesses and small income families are the backbones of every single country across the world. In fact, the whole stonk thing that's happening right now is proof of that. We can take down the entire and I'm not going to get into that. Just eat the rich. And I say that being a capitalist. You can adapt, die. Anyway, that's a joke strictly against the rich. Okay? That's strictly related to them losing $5 billion in the next few days because they're stupid. Oh, the Renaissance Fair. Okay, no, I haven't been to a Ren Fair yet. I plan to. Like, the second I get the vaccine and I can actually go places and people are safe instead of just dropping dead, especially being that now 5 of my friends have the coronavirus and it's really bad. I'm hoping that we get a vaccine very soon. Okay, let's see. I'm here for good vibes. Oh, good. You look very pretty. Oh, thank you. It doesn't have to be your kidney. See, that's the big brain thinking. See, that's 200% IQ. It's kind of like when I donate blood and they yell at me. And they're like, look, you can't just bring the body, just bring the blood. And I'm just like, fine. And then I have to go through the bodies in the trunk, and then it's very awkward. Anyway. The price of organ depends on what state you live in. That is very true. And the health of the organ itself. These are things to consider. Okay, so average price is $16,000. By the way, I'm taking that from absolutely nothing. I don't know the actual price of a human organ. Anyway. I just want updated Cadians. Yeah, they should all just be like burning piles of ash on the ground because, you know, they died with their planet. I'm just kidding. Their actual books, Cadian Honor and Cadia Stands, are 2 of the best written books. And, like, the funny thing is, most of the book for Cadian Defiant, I think it was. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on it. But it's the aftermath of the war with Abaddon, is literally PTSD Trip, the book, and it's amazing. Like, the whole book is absolutely amazing. There's a scene in it where the commander is actually like shaking and everything because he's having a PTSD attack. Like, he's actually freaking out, and his lieutenant comes in, and his lieutenant is like, they can't see you like this. They will disband you. You will be just put to death. And then, like, she's trying to calm him down, and he's like having a full-on almost seizure because of it. And it's, oh my god, it's such a good book, and the way it's written, it's amazing. Just saying. Do you prefer Hammer and Anvil or Mark of Faith? I have to actually say Mark of Faith is written a bit better. Mark of Faith is also just really good for world filler, but Hammer and Anvil is also incredibly good. So either way, read them both. I got a piece of hair that just went directly into my mouth when I tried to take a drink. There we go. Okay, so have you heard anything official about the official 40K animation projects from Games Workshop? Last I checked, there's the Blood Angel one, which is currently in a little bit of a limbo because of coronavirus. So just give it time. I hate to say it. I know Astartes is working on their second one, which I can't wait for. I think it's going to be really good. And I think Mark is finishing the last one of his series. And then there's Soda's work, and Soda's is also really good. So there's a lot of animation teams out there that are all just fantastic. It's okay, I'm still alive. Yeah, Zatu, you had me worried, you butt. Zatu was one of my friends that got the coronavirus, and I was really worried about him. Katia Stans. Actually, I think it was just Katia Stans. Any book recommendations to get into Black Library, specifically Sisters? The Sister Battle Omnibus is probably the best. Red and Black, Hammer and Anvil, Mark of Faith, Celestine, Our Martyred Lady, all of them. Just read literally. If there's a sister on the cover or it's something Sisters of Battle related, it's good, read it. Except if it has Grey Knights in it. As for now, the organ thing is happening and I am both amused and concerned. Look, shoot your face. Don't worry where I get my organs from. Just don't worry that I'm healthy and have plenty of replacements in case my organs fail. I almost said organs. Organs? There we go. Why do you look like a dark Eldar who hasn't seen the light of day in years? Or are you a spy for the Dark Eldar? No, I'm just goth. Like, I am goth and pale as hell. Like, this was still one of my favorite things, is like, that's the difference between a white wall and me. It's really funny. Should I build a Ravenwing vehicle army? That's a very interesting one. You can do it. You can do it with 3 land speeder storms and a couple of land speeders and actually have a pretty fun army. If you're trying to be competitive, no. If you're trying to be kind of crazy and a little bit fun, absolutely. True, I've gotten better. Lanes more than anything. Quick question, what purity seals actually do? Are they just prayers for battle? They actually do quite a lot. So prayers and purity seals work as essentially demonic repellent. I know that sounds weird, but literally it is a purity seal. It means that, and it gives you the ability to, not really give you the ability to not be possessed, but it helps fight against it. And its litany on it, its prayer on it, is also a, it helps resist demons and demonic influence. So yes, they actually do something, and it's really cool. Okay, what else do we got? Hounds before the, is that any more here? Doing great and looking forward to seeing more. Much love and respect from Scotland. Oh, hello, Scotland. God, I can't wait to, that's like one of the first things I want to do when when this coronavirus is finally over, is I want to take myself, fly to Iceland, see my fiance, do stuff, and then fly to Ireland and go to Scotland afterwards and have just the time of my life. Also, somebody is messaging me. Okay. Okay, so, let's continue. You're messaging me. Wait, who's messaging me from Discord? Oh, my boss. Okay, let's just ignore that. There we go. Is the thing of giving us disguise themselves as sisters, is that a stupid idea? Yes, it is. Following up on the Sisters novels, questions, spoilers. Are you interested in reading the Sisters Evangeline as a Repentia? And where would you take it from there? Oh, she's going to become the next living saint. Like, that's pretty much what her thing is. She's the reincarnation of Saint Sabbath. So I'm really excited about that. That's my take on it, is what's going to happen. Also, in Mark of Faith, the cutest romance story ever. It's like the best romance story. I love it. Like, the sister story, yeah, that was cool. That was neat. That could have been explained in any book. Yeah, that's fine. But the Inquisitor, I loved her so much. Okay. Let's see. Just wanted to say thank you for your Warhammer content. Thank you so much. It's confirmed, everyone. She's tainted by chaos. I am not tainted by chaos. Look, Slaanesh can't even give me anything that I don't already have. And besides, I'm better than Slaanesh. Just saying. Anyway, that's my cheap, look at me, I'm so good moment. That's about it. That was just a bad joke. Anyway, so if a Space Marine had a ton of purity seals and charged into a demon army, he would last a lot longer. Yeah, that's literally what the Grey Knights do. Their whole armor is Aegis armor, which is covered in sigils against demons. If you just spout math at demons, it's a way of beating them. I'm not kidding. Complex formulas and complex things banish demons. Like, literally, you can binary them to death. Let's see. Hey, Alexis, how are things? They are going fantastic. I am in a great mood today, and I just wanted to share it. I also bought some dumb stuff, and I am happy about my dumb stuff. Let's see. How did you and your fiance meet? He literally emailed me and said, hey, do you want to play Dark Heresy? And I was like, yes. And then halfway through it, actually like a year into it, he read me poetry. And I kind of fell in love with him, but I couldn't say that. So I had to get him to say it first. That went on for like another year and a half. And then he asked me if I wanted to go to Iceland. And I was just like, wow, going and seeing a stranger in a distant country? What's Iceland's crime rate? Oh, like next to nothing. Okay, yeah, why not? So I flew over there, and my Victor is a dumb one. I love him to death, but my God, does he do some dumb things. Like walk past me in an airport and make me feel awkward because I noticed him and he didn't notice me. And then I was like, and then he turned around and did a double take and he's just like, oh. Yeah, that happened. That was a thing. But we hooked up, and then, you know, one thing led to another, and one day he proposed to me, and I accepted, and then we were going to get married at the beginning of last year. We were going to. Can't. So now it's just about waiting until this is over, so the travel bans are non-restricted, and we can get him back here. He's a pain in the keister. All right. The Inquisitor's voice acting in Mark of Faith was so good. Yes, it was. It's awesome to find romance stories in 40K universe. Someone has to make more guardsmen. I agree. I can see you either serving Khorne or Tzeentch. I can't see you serving Nurgle. No, Nurgle is disgusting. Khorne is an idiot. And Tzeentch is boring. Slaanesh is the only one that would appeal to me slightly, but I am too loyal to the God Emperor of Mankind. I believe in law and order. So, what crossover would you like to see in 40K? Judge Dredd in 40K, because that's already a thing. Possibly things like the Halo stars and being the Halo universe would be pretty interesting. Destiny could be a good one. I really like that universe. Star Wars obviously could just be a far enough place away because it's in a galaxy far, far away that it just gets discovered, and, you know, just they're like, ooh, neat. I'd like to see a crossover with that. Just like a one-shot comic would be interesting. So Mechanicus talking 0 and 1 would banish demons. Yes. If they can say it, say a numerical code constantly, they can actually banish a demon. Yes. And that's in the Dark Heresy core rulebook for your information. Like, you can read that for yourself. Also, the saying "Begone Thought" works on Slaanesh demons, by the way. Like, quite literally, you can scream "begone thought" to a keeper of secrets, and they would, if you have strong enough willpower, they'd be banished. Have fun knowing that. Let's see. Fabius Bile is so atheist, his beliefs hurt demons. I don't know where this belief that Fabius Bile is an atheist is. Because I read the same books that Rem read. Fabius Bile's great work, and, well, not great work, that's Belisarius calls great work. But the Fabius Bile books, they suck. They're all bad. But I read through them, and he never gazed upon Slaanesh. He acknowledged the Chaos Gods are real. He just doesn't see them as that strong. That doesn't make him an atheist. He acknowledged the presence of gods. That's the complete opposite of atheism. Also, he's just a manipulated psychopath. Like, he doesn't know what he's doing. He is in full, he is not in full control of his body. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He's just doing things. There's a reason he's an Emperor's Children. It's such a weird saying. So have you gotten the book you need to analyze the new vehicles? No, I haven't. I still need the third Imperial Armor book, the one that has the Tau vehicles in it, so we can move on to that one. Good evening, cousin. Oh, hey, Mark. What's up? It's Marcus. Marcus is awesome. Love him to death. I would love Star Trek in 40K. Star Trek is a bit too passive. They would just be killed really quickly. Let's see. Do Space Marines have a penis? Yes. All of them do. I don't know where that belief that they don't have a penis comes from. They have a penis. In fact, some of them use it. Just saying. Okay? I think they would weaken them in battle. It wouldn't. That's a bit weird. Getting rid of sexual organs would actually make them less useful. Like, if they have testosterone running through their body, which is why they would need their genitalia, they actually have multiple hormones running through their body because they have an ovary in their neck, and they have, well, genitalia for testosterone within the body. They are being pumped full of everything. Like, they are so asexual, it's really funny. Most of the time. Space Wolves are an exception, and there's a few other chapters that are exceptions to the rule. But, yeah, it is a thing. Okay, so there's a dog barking outside. Primaris Marines are awful rules-wise and models. That's incorrect. Their rules are better balanced, and their models look fantastic and a lot better than the older Marines. They look like crap. When people spout math at me, I also vanish. Now there is a YouTuber named Afen with too much time is doing fan stories of Star Wars versus 40K. It's pretty good. I recommend it. 40K wins in every single category. I'm sorry. Like, I've done an entire, I've done all of my research into Star Wars, and it's more realistic than 40K, so it loses. Oh, by the way, it's not like 1 + 1 = 2, demon, be gone. It's more like complex mathematics that you would need to know. I'm trying to get through all of these. He knows the gods are real. He just has the ego. Yeah, that doesn't make him an atheist. That actually makes him believe in religion. Well, not religion, but he believes in gods. I was just thinking how their testosterone levels would drop, and that would be very bad. It wouldn't be very bad. It depends if they have other hormones in their bodies, such as estrogen, because they do get pumped filled with estrogen. It helps their bones get stronger. It helps their bodies change quite a bit. They're also pumped with a bunch of other hormones, including artificial growth hormones, as well as testosterone to keep balance in their body. But because they have testosterone and estrogen running through their body, they typically become asexual. And they also don't have any sexual urges, typically. Bjorn the Fell-Handed as a Dreadnought hit on an Inquisitor. That was amazing. Let's see. Are there any 40K female YouTubers you like. God, I don't know too many. Wargamer Girl is obviously my first choice because she's amazing, and Miranda's like one of my closest friends. I love her to death. I highly suggest her. But aside from that, I don't know too many that do 40K. I know a few that paint, but they're painters. And I'm not saying that as a belittlement comment. I mean, they don't do 40K like I do 40K, or like Miranda does 40K, where we know the universe, we play the game, and we paint the miniatures. They're more of specialists for painting. There's a few Twitch streamers. There's a really good Twitch streamer that I like. I gotta get her name, and I apologize. Also, Stone, thank you. You're awesome. What's your opinion on the Salamanders chapter? I like them. They have this reputation as being the nice guys when they're not. They're just as much jerks as everybody else. They just put Imperial citizens before anything else, which ultimately dooms them, because if you fight demons, you have to kill the humans. They're dangerous. Fundamentals of reality, and it weakens their hold. I messed up the first message. Oh, thank you, Son. You're just great. Wow, someone actually knows about rifles. Lol, used to love playing the RPG, and it makes me want to pull out the old books again. Yeah, I have the old books. They're right over there. I have a few of them. I have all of the Dark Heresy books, just about. Primaris Marines are awful. Should have never been made. That's incorrect. That's just you bitching. I'm sorry to say that you're wrong. Primaris Marines were originally introduced in the book Corax, and in that book, which is a Primarch novel, by the way, you can read it. They talk about the Enhanced Space Marine Project, which was the Primaris Space Marine Project. It's the same thing. It gets hit with a code, a scrap code, gets messed up. Belisarius Cawl has to go through it and read it and fix it, and then he makes the Primaris Marines from it. So, no. Primaris Marines are just better. I'm sorry to say. Besides, they all look like they're squatting for some reason. I always hated that about old Space Marines. They look terrible. What's going on tonight? Sitting, chatting, relaxing, looking at dumb TikTok videos. That's actually the Norn Queen behind my phone background. Let's see. Any horrific moment in 40K, like Demon Kalaba, for example? I don't know what the question is. Can you reform that into a question? What's your all-time favorite simple history video? I don't have one. I just listen to them in the background and usually forget about them afterwards. A crossover of 40K and rifles would be freaking awesome. So what? Would you ever go up and visit mini wargaming when COVID passed? When COVID passes, I think is what you meant. And yes, I actually have a planned trip up there. Okay, let's see. Quick question. Have you seen Hell's Reach? I haven't yet. I don't know why I haven't. I just haven't had the time to just sit down and watch it. So, yeah. Can a Dreadnought be an apothecary? Technically, yes. And I can even make rules for it. But it wouldn't be used on the battlefield. I'd recommend checking out Snipe and Wib's channel, as they are both do voice acting for, yeah, TTS. I don't know if well, okay, so this is going to sound weird, and this is in no offense in any way, shape, or form. The reason I didn't include them in when you said asking for women is because it's two people, and I don't know how they identify because I don't want to assume genders. So I'm trying to be respectful. Also, it's two people. So yeah. Any good Grey Knight novels? No, they literally are terrible. Like, I'm not kidding. Their novels are bad. Like, their book Incorruptible is about getting corrupted, and it's like, what? So Corvus Corax is technically the father of Primaris Marines. In a sense, yes. Corax was always supposed to be the one, along with the Emperor, who was working on an enhanced Space Marine, but it was never made. That's the problem. Looking forward to those battles. Excuse me. I went up to Mini Wargaming before, and I played up against Cork. Cork is absolutely adorable, and I love him. He has since left Mini Wargaming, which is cool. It's fine. So I'd like to play against Dave. That'd be pretty interesting. I think our personalities get along really well. Let's see. Like, what horrifying moments have the Imperium encountered out of their adventures, like females getting pumped with steroids to have her vocal cords cut and forced to make a new Iron Warriors? Yeah, the Demon Kalaba, I honestly don't think is the worst thing that's happened in 40k. It's actually pretty tame. There's a Genestealer novel written by Gav Thorpe. Was it Gav Thorpe? No, it wasn't Gav Thorpe. It was the one with the torture, like, thing that he has. But it's the same guy who wrote the Grey Knights Omnibus. It's really bad. But he wrote a book where Genestealers essentially go out and start kidnapping and doing things to force impregnate people against their will to create a Genestealer cult, and I think that's the worst. Or literally anything to do with the Emperor's children is the worst. Honestly, if I would have run into one Chaos Space Marine, like, army, I'd like to run into the World Eaters, because I'd be dead. Very, very, very quickly would I be dead. And I would be okay with that. If I were to run into the Emperor's children, I would take my own. Nope, in no way, shape, or form would I be captured by them. I would run in horror of them. I'd like to go up against Orks because I paint my skin green, wear platforms, and say I'm bigger than them, so I'm in charge. And then if they challenged me to a fight, I would simply cheat to win. And then take control of their Wa. If I had to go up against Necrons, I would just take their shiny stick and control all of them. That's still canon. But yeah. Let's see. Are Defilers still good in Death Guard armies? I don't think Defilers are that good at all. I mean, they might be. I have to check their rules. I haven't checked it in a while. Is it fair to say that Space Marines are asexual because of indoctrination and can awaken on later? With Primaris Space Marines, no. Psycho-indoctrination doesn't really change them too much. They remember their past. They remember their families. If you could pick a good writer to do a good Grey Knight novel, then who? Oh, that's easy. Aaron Densky-Bowden. Like, he's probably the only one I would trust to write Grey Knights. Now, now would of you like to donate flesh? Okay. For mechanical parts. Alright, I get you. Scissors vs. Chaos. You and Dave. Okay. So, Scissors vs. Chaos, you and Dave, that match would be good. Yes, it would. Sorry, I am reading it off to the side and it's scrolling pretty fast, so please forgive me. Because I have to scroll back up and find it. Let's see. I imagine you and your Canon-S outfit playing against some of the guys at Mini Wargaming, then having a costume as well. Yes, I would definitely do that up. Without a doubt. Have you seen Guardsman by Richard Boyland? No, I haven't. I haven't sit down and watched it. I mean, would anyone want to donate their weak flesh for mechanical bits? Yes, I would. I would get rid of pretty much everything. I would pretty much get rid of my entire body and just have it rebuilt in cybernetics. Like, me, cyberpunk, yes, please. Like, hell yes, would I like that. Can Perturabo remove all of his tubes in his brain? Possibly. He'd have to do it very slowly so his healing factor kicks in. I'm not going to read that comment at all, but I can tell you it's Emperor's Children. 5th edition was better in both gameplay and lore. Okay, so this Mighty Joe person probably doesn't know the game too well, or the lore. They probably just repeat everything that somebody else says and has no actual opinion of their own. Sorry to say, 5th edition was terrible. And I should know, I was winning tournaments in 5th edition using Orks, because I was using 10 Orks with 10 different war gear, spreading out wounds, and healing them. And if you don't know what that is, then you don't know 40k. I was also playing Leaf Blower, and if you don't recognize that term, you haven't played in that edition. And I was also playing Hero Hammer in 6th edition, as well as in 7th edition I was playing Formations. I have been playing this game for a very long time, and I know those people who don't play the game and just want to complain. Like you. You sit in a very small corner, and you just speak up really loudly, and pretend that people hear you. Anyway. Thinking about the Grey Knights again, but why do you think they are so hard to write well? Because you have to fight them against intangible forces. You have to fight them against demons. And that's a very hard book to write. Have you read the Grey Knights novels? Warden of the Blade and Castellan. Yes, I have. Castellan is okay. The Blade, I believe, was really bad. I'd have to go back and reread it. I have a tickle in the back of my throat that's just like bugging the hell out of me. It is like driving me crazy. So let's see. Don't worry, I'm not sick. I'm just, this time of year, my sinus is crazy. Okay, I was in 5th, but never knew those terms till now. Yeah, so things like Leaf Blower was in reference to Imperial Guard. They were extremely powerful back in that edition. Blood Angels were extremely powerful back in that edition. Tyranids weren't. Yeah. There's a lot of armies that weren't powerful, like Sisters of Battle weren't powerful, basic Space Marines weren't powerful. But yeah, if you don't know those terms and want to complain about older editions, you didn't know the older editions too well. You were probably just playing in a locals. I was playing at tournaments. It was ridiculous and not fun. Okay, what is your favorite class of Titan? I like the Warhound. It's small, it's fast, and it has grappling hooks to take down bigger Titans. If not, the Warlord. If you don't know this, then you don't know 40k. Don't ever change, Queen. That's a very cool line. Sorry, it's just, whoa, my camera like unfocused. Focus back on me, please. Focus. Why did you become unfocused? Please. Why did my camera become unfocused? This is like really, really, really irritating. Okay? Now follow my hand back. Do you want to try again, camera? I believe in you. I'm good. I promise. Sinuses suck. Okay, my camera refocused because it was being very stupid. Okay. So should I gift you with a Daughter of Cain? Yes, you should. For your birthday because you love the models? Yes, I do. Let's see. Leaf Blower regardless. What a horrible army to fight. Right? Why does Cain always lose? I don't know. He got replaced with Marathi now for Kayla Marathi Cain, which I think is really cool. All right, let's see. I wish it would be a full plastic kit for Noise Marines, although like they're doing plastic Plague Marines. Okay, yeah, I do too. I want them to redo a lot of the Chaos Scopes, but I want them to go back and redo freaking Eldar at this point. I don't even play the damn army and I want them updated. Mostly so I can stop fighting damn Space Marines. Or Necrons, which are just Space Marines. The term Space Marine equivalents came from was Necrons. Would you live in the 40k universe? Yes. It'd be pretty easy. I'd be a scribe. There's a lot of good jobs in 40k that I'd be great at. Agricultural, weird. An agri world would love me. Any type of world that needs a manager of any type would love me. I'm good with the animals. I would just have my normal job in 40k. Like, I would never see war, nor would I have war ever brought upon me. Probably just go to a maiden world if I could. I have trouble imagining Guard being good since their new and current Guard is yeah. No, I agree with you. You displeased the machine's spirit. Yeah, I did. Looks like you cough did the trick, right? Yeah, that's the thing. Let's see. I'm trying to write up lore for my 11th Legion army and was wondering if there's a decent timeline I can refer to. Also, is it possible for Space Marines to have psychic blanks? Typically, no. So it's an interesting thing. I had this whole discussion with people. When they test for a Space Marine, a blank would come up immediately, and blanks get taken away. Like, blanks don't get the chance to be a Space Marine. They get taken away by black ships, as well as psychers. Blanks are extremely important because if they're male, they go to the temple. If they're female, they go to one of the sororitas recruitments, the sororitas being the Sisters of Silence in this case, or they both go to the to become an assassin. The assassins don't differentiate between gender and sex. If you're a blank, you can be an assassin, and you go through 10 years of training and get reintroduced, and it's crazy. Shirt keeps riding up. Let's see. I want the Jurassic Park mug now. You should see all of my Jurassic Park mugs. I got so many. Who is smarter, an orc or an ogren? An orc. Orcs are incredibly intelligent. Ogrins are dumb as hell. They should send... Okay. If you could change one thing in 40k's universe to improve it, in your opinion, what would it do? What would you change? I would make the big book of lore. I would make a book that's like this big that references everything and says, this is the canon. Everything else is non-canon. This is the new canon, excluding the Horus Heresy stuff. That's it. I would rewrite all of the 40k lore so that it makes canonical sense, and I would state that every single author has to go back and check, and that's the canon. No more of this, it's maybe this happened. No more of this, these are legends of this happening. No, it's this. This is the lore. That's it. That's what I would change in 40k. Let's see. At this point, should it be called 41k? No, it should be called 40k because that's the name of the company and the name of the game itself. It's kind of like saying Battlefleet Gothic and then having a Battlefleet in Cadia. It's like, yes, I can have a Battlefleet Gothic in Cadia. It's kind of like what I want them to do with Necromunda and just have it expand to different planets. It's like, that's the name of the game. That's cool. Fine. That's not a limitation. That's just the name. Corax against Conrad, who would win? Corax would win, hands down. Conrad is a terrible fighter. Conrad has lost the most battles out of all of the Primarchs. Let's see. A lot of 40k is just normal, but the thing that nobody really wants to see, regular people living regular lives, they want to see the giant battles. Yep. In fact, most worlds go at least 1,000 years without war. A good chunk of them, actually I'd say 100 years without war. If you can kill, you can be an assassin. True. Boop-de-boop-de-boo. Let's click this, and let's see what else we can do. What if they were about to become a Grey Knight? Would you still be taken? Yes. Yes, you would. You'd be taken. Like, the Space Marines would hold you right there. You're an extremely important asset to them. Orcs can do big brain thinking. Yes, they can. Grey Knights pick from Psychers. Yes, they only pick Psychers. Or people with psychic gifts and then go from there. Their scribes don't have to be psychers. So your lore book would be long for War and Peace. Holy Emperor. Yes, it would. It would be like 1,000 pages. I'm trying to get through all of this. You guys are going quick. Love the channel. Great as always. Would love to see you and Dave play for sure. Time for work. Laters. All right, take care. Antari Inquisitor. Have you read the book about... Okay, hang on one second. They have a order whose jobs is basically maintenance of all the books of lore. Yeah, I would have that in 40k. Actually, that is in 40k. Due to the psychological unpredictable nature of a psychicer's powers, would Ork Weird Boys, would it be possible for an Ork personality to possess an older style of dreadnought? Yes. Yes, it would. And it would be hilarious. Keep in mind, Orks can turn humans into squigs. That's a thing that happened. Because you have to look at the lore knowing that it is always based and try to piece together the story yourself. I actually hate that interpretation. It's very clear what the writers intend to write. It's very clear that they intend to write about a certain character or situation, and it's very clear that that is what they meant as a whole. It's just they do this, everything is canon but not everything is true, because there's so many writers who have wrote so much garbage, and you have to piece together the good things from the bad. Like, the Xenology, for instance, has been rewritten multiple times, as in, not the book itself, but all of the lore from the book has been rewritten in other books, so that book is canon, but not canon. And it annoys me. Okay, so let's see. Can humans use spirit stones? Yes, in fact, in the book Farseer, they do. What is your thoughts about xenomorphs / aliens in 40k? They'd be perfect fits for 40k. They wouldn't even be that big of a galactic threat. I want female warriors in the Space Wolves. Yes, Sisters of Battle called the Wolfen Valkyria would be amazing. Specifically like Valkyries. There you go. I'm also really upset that GW uses all the Norse lore but ignores the badass women in the lore. That's because they don't use Norse lore at all. In fact, if it was Norse lore, they would have ravens, they would have bears, they would have several other things, but they're the Space Wolves. They're Hollywood dogs, and that's it. That's why they're a joke. Have you looked at Wrath and Glory? Funny thing is, I'm referenced in Wrath and Glory. I'm not even kidding either. My character, Rosalina, is directly referenced. And yes, I have looked at it. It's a bad system. Where the F is Vulcan. Vulcan is currently maybe in Zinch's collection, just in a stasis pod. I like Luton's approach to the canon, because there is none. The 40k universe has different realities. No, it doesn't. / perspectives. It very clearly doesn't. If GW were utterly specific, we'd potentially be seeing a Star Wars level mess. That isn't true either. Star Wars actually has, like, Star Wars is fine. Like, yeah. Yeah, 40k is, like, every time they try to say that, like, oh, it's from the perspective of the Imperium. Are you sure? Are you sure you're not going in there with that bias and assuming it is? Especially when a good chunk of the books are actually written from chaos perspectives or from a narrative's perspective. Just saying, don't let your own biases influence what's actually written. Otherwise, you end up with Christianity. Just started the Ephraim Stern book. So far, it's a good read. I started it, and every other sentence started with "and," and I was just like, no, I can't read this. I like Horus Heresy until Isfahan 3, but now I'm overwhelmed. All I wish for was getting a new novel about Gaunt's ghosts. Good luck with that one. Let's see. You mean Trazine? Yep. Think Sisters will get new models this edition. Yes, they literally got 2 already. I'm expecting a bike. I do like that there's no strict canon. I don't. It ruins the setting because I can just say Abaddon is dead. And it's just as canon as Abaddon's books. That's the big problem that I have with it. You misread my comment. I do apologize. It was probably scrolling really fast, so I read it really quick in my mind and then tried to say what I thought it was. You have fantastic fangs. A lot of people say that I have like really, really, really sharp teeth. I agree with them. Hi, I am A-N. I don't know what you're trying to say. How would you feel if you got turned into a squig? Probably feel like a squig. Is Commissar Caiaphas Kane blessed, lucky, cursed? He's actually just a parody of a British sitcom. Just brought into 40K. He's also ridiculously skilled. Like, his skill is insane. He can keep up with Eldar witches. And not just one Eldar witch. He can keep up with multiple Eldar witches. Space Marines have trouble doing that. Kind of want female Space Wolves. Yeah, just put have an allied detachment of Sisters of Battle in the army and just run them side by side. Use Seraphim and Xeraphim form them, and you can have a really cool thematic army. The Imperium can't even agree on what time it is. Yeah, I always hated that. Let's see. Kind of want females. Yeah, no, it's perfectly fine. And I see this this Mighty Joe guy who has no opinions of his own, who is just the most flaccid man in the entire universe, is upset about female Space Marines. So let me take you down a trip down memory lane and talk about female Space Marines and how they were canon all the way up until 3rd edition. Not kidding. Look up the game Deathwatch, and then look up its 3rd expansion, which has, you guessed it, female Astartes on the cover. Have fun knowing that. Good luck finding it. Oh, and IDW Comics was actually a licensed product of GW at the time, and we're given full permission. So those Sisters of Purification are still canon, and they're even referenced in the Dark Angels War of Secrets. They mention them by saying the little ones, and they are very defiant. Just saying. Even GW takes a crack at it. Gav Thorpe has literally written it into the lore that they can be turned into Space Marines. They just choose not to. Why they choose not to is because of traditionalism. But yeah. We have a lot of people in chat, don't we? How many do we have? I'm only seeing this. Just 72. Damn. We have quite a few. Hi, everyone. Let's see. Hi, what are your thoughts on Marinus Calgar comics? It was okay, kind of poorly written. It kind of went for the blood and gore appeal, and that just didn't sit well with me. They didn't get power weapons correct at all, and it really annoyed me. Any hope for the lion waking up and of his sleep on the rock? That'd be kind of cool. No, like, not Sisters of Battle, actual female Space Marines. It's fine, do it yourself. This guy is so hurt. Like, he is so hurt. Okay, I'm just gonna continue and just move on. Caiaphas Kane is an unrelatable narrator. We cannot always trust what he is saying since his books are written from his perspectives. They're actually written from his perspectives, yes, but they're gone over by an eyewitness to him, which is his wife, and who is an inquisitor. So they are fairly canonical, just saying. He's also referenced in other things. 132 in chat, damn. Huh. 134. Wow, there's a lot of people here. Hi, everyone. Okay. Technically, Beastmen were also a part of the Imperial Guard until they weren't because of reasons. Isn't true. They are still part of the Imperial Guard. They actually got moved to the Auxilia department of Abhumans. In fact, you can play one in Only War. Just saying. Canon versus non-canon is a bogus issue when people say that women shouldn't be something. I agree with that. Also, keep this in mind. All right, and I'm going to say this. If you want there to be female Space Marines, cool. I fully support you. Do I want female Space Marines in my lore? Not really. My reasoning? It doesn't add anything. It adds really cool women. Let's not get that wrong. But I'd rather see the Sisters of Battle front and center alongside Space Marines like we saw in the release trailer for 9th edition. It showed that the Sisters were just as powerful as the Space Marines. And if you don't believe that they are, you're an idiot, because Space Marines get disintegrated by Gauss blasters, where a Sister of Battle prays it away. And she literally just looks at her arm disintegrating and just says no, and it stops. So you can have all of your augmetics in the world that you want. You can have your fused ribcage, which makes absolutely no sense. You can have your 2 hearts and still expose your head for some reason. And you can have your ability to spit acid, eat people's brains, and learn everything about them. All you want. All I need is a bolter and my faith in the God Emperor to be just as good. Just saying. Sisters, way better. Also, let's not forget the best appeal of Sisters. Gothic armor. I love me some goths. I love being goth. I love the Sisters. They're amazing. But by all means, write your own lore, do your own thing. You field it on the tabletop, I will gladly shoot at it. Okay. I personally don't like the idea of female Space Marines, but often find myself liking other people's who share my opinion a lot less. That's fair. See, you have the right to have that opinion. Now, if they brought one into the lore, whatever. It's not a big deal. It's not the craziest thing they brought into the lore. Hey there, late to the party. Been prepping for a raid in WoW Classic. Nice. Which of Gilliman's brothers would you want him to find? Vulcan, Rogel, maybe, and why? Lionel Johnson. Just because Lion would actually listen to him and not be crazy. All right, let's see. Wouldn't female Space Marines power armor be the same as male? Yes, it would. Just normal. Yeah, they would look exactly the same. That's why my female Space Marine, who I have, who is a cybernetically enhanced woman, who is not augmented, except for the cybernetics that she has, still looks just like a Space Marine. Perhaps they don't have female Space Marines because their entire population into Space Marines isn't sustainable, so they are mostly just men. Isn't true. Women accept organ transfers better, have stronger bones, have weaker grip strength, but once you apply power armor to all of that, the strength of men goes away, and heads get exploded by bolt guns just the same, regardless of your sex. Boop-de-boop-de-boo. Agreed, the Sisters of Battle. Like, I just want Sisters as front and center. Sisters of Battle are awesome. Astartes is cool. No problem. We need Daddy Dorn right now. Dorn kind of sucks. He's one of the weakest Primarchs. He's also prone to failure. And he's over-emotional. How do you remember these 40k facts, and where can I find the worst? Sorry, your comment scrolled right past. I lost it. But how do I know? This is how I know. That's every codex. That's every White Dwarf. Okay? I could literally reference almost all of them. I have a good chunk of them. I don't have all of them. That over there is the Imperial Armor books. And next to it is my comic book collection. I am a nerd. This is as they utterly destroy me in the first round. Yep. Sisters are amazing. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This guy's calling me a feminist. I'm not. I'm an egalitarian. I'm also a swing voter. So you can go away. This Mighty Joe guy. I want everyone to see this comment he wrote. It's honestly sad. Like, people that think like this, they're honestly sad. Like, they are so desperately alone that they're probably going to die alone and no one is ever going to remember them. Their faith in the God Emperor is pitiful. They won't even be accepted by even Nurgle. Nurgle won't even love you, ever. Just saying. God, that Joe guy, and he's still here, which is the weird thing. Like, if he disagrees with me so much, why doesn't he just leave? Like, just saying, you could leave. It's not a big deal. It wouldn't even offend me. I wouldn't even notice. Just like every other woman in your life will never notice you. Okay, I'm done ragging on him. But he's still in the comments, by the way. There's no gender that would love him. Okay. The physical difference is 13% upper body mass in males. That's it, really. Females have better hand-eye coordination. And all of that ultimately just goes away because Space Marine armor is run by the synapse in your brain, so the muscle mass doesn't even matter. Speed doesn't even matter. Your reaction speed doesn't matter. It's just the synaptic span in your brain and how fast your armor reacts to it. So, yeah. Just banhammer him? No, I'm having too much fun insulting him. Biologically speaking, female Space Marines wouldn't be any different from males. You are correct. They wouldn't be any different. They would look the same. That's why all male Space Marines have strong female, like, appearances. Just look at the Ultramarines. Let's see. Also, the Blood Angels are a really good example of that. I mean, all Space Marines technically share the same grandmother anyway, Urdo. But yeah, that's going way too much into it. Okay. No modern politics, please. Yeah, I know, he left office. Oh, that dumbass. I'm sorry, I hated Trump from day one. And I'm so glad he's gone, and I hope he gets tried as a federal criminal. But that's it. That's it. I like Joe Biden. I voted for him. Don't give the troll screen time, Alexis. No, you have to. Okay, now I'm going to point this out because it's just like Arch, okay? You have to point out that he's a white nationalist. You have to point out that he is a white supremacist. Because if you don't, people are going to flock to him. So you have to condemn these people. You have to tell everyone that they are bad, because then everyone will know they are bad. Anyway. Ooh, this is a good comment. In 40k, Gene Seed, enough faith and power armor. Is power armor, regardless of sex, gender, is irrelevant. As long as you are human, that's why you were called a superhuman. Yes. My throat is tickling me again. Besides Warhammer lore, are you interested in space? Yes, I am. Why do people consider custodians superior to Grey Knights when they don't have any resistances to psychic attacks? Custodians do actually have resistances to psychic attacks. It's in their rules. I can speak, I promise. But yeah, Custodians actually have a natural 5, I think it's a 5-up shrug against psychic abilities. Like a feel no pain against it. How powerful is Sisters of Battle as a fighting force? Could they take on a Space Marine chapter? Not only could they take on a Space Marine chapter, they took on every Space Marine chapter and nearly won. And by that I mean they did win. They went all the way to Terra, and it took a Custodian and the intervention of the Emperor himself to stop it. See Gorge Van Dyer. Sisters of Battle number in the tens of hundreds of thousands to an order. So they are not limited by numbers. except every time their crusade gets a bit too big, they split into sub-branches of each other, similar to that of the crusade rules of the Black Templar, where if they go above 1,000, they actually have to break off into a separate crusade. Yeah. I need to search up male sisters of battle. They're called crusaders. They exist. They have always existed. This just is stupid. Stop being dumb. Anyway. That's just a joke. Don't worry. Let's see. Are Blood Angels supposed to be space vampires? I haven't gotten to that part of their lore yet. They're interesting. Okay, so Blood Angels are vampires. This is very true. They're also based off of the story of Saint Michael versus Satan. This is why their Primarch looks like Saint Michael from the Christianic or Germanic religions, and they're supposed to be fighting against Satan, but succumbing to temptation is the Black Thirst, or Black Rage, whatever. The Thirst and Rage is them succumbing to their temptations and falling to chaos. They're not really, it's lowercase chaos, not evil chaos. When they become consumed by it, they become crimson gorillas. Not kidding, this is an actual thing. This is also a biblical thing, by the way. The Tower of Babel, where they're kept, which is the Tower of Lost Souls, or the Tower of the Damned, depending on the lore. Yeah, there's a lot of biblical references in the Blood Angels. They're essentially angel vampires. Have fun knowing that. Okay. Do you believe Sanguinius and even Horus would be able to return sometime in the future, and why? Easily. Sanguinius, no, because Sanguinius is confirmed absolutely 100% annihilated, and he does come back in the lore quite a bit. He comes back in the Dante book, and I believe that Dante is the living incarnation of Sanguinius. I think that's kind of the whole thing, like Sanguinius being Saint Michael is now the guardian spirit over Dante. Dante will eventually be reborn as a living saint and probably come in. That's just my theory. But Horus, absolutely, he has come back in the lore. He's come back twice, and both times he was killed. Let's see. What are your opinions on Iron Warriors? Favorite trait or legion? My favorite trait or legion is the Emperor's Children because of how devastating they are. They are the best tacticians out of all of the Chaos Space Marines. In fact, Horus even references this and says this. Like, he says without them, we wouldn't have a chance to win. That's in the second Horus Heresy book. I cannot remember what it's called. Rise of Horus? Yeah. Let's see. Sanguinius was like, don't tell Dad my sons are vampires, please. And everyone was like, okay, because it was Sanguinius. Yeah, pretty much. Alexis, do you still have that Rosalina model that you use in some of your battle reports? Yes, I do. I still use it. It's still in my case, actually. According to TTS Bro Trip, don't... that's stupid. Yeah, that's dumb. X character is back despite all reason and Palpatine returning. Yes, they could do that. They literally can just write that the characters came back. Fulgrim clones a lot of characters too. I thought the Sanguinar was Sanguinius. No, he isn't. He's a different one. Every Primarch can return if GW stocks goes low enough. Yeah, too bad their stocks are up 900%. I wish I invested in them. Anyway, let's see. Can't forget Horus is also the Warhammer 40k. Yep. You did it, Horus. You are the Warhammer. If you could gift a weapon from Warhammer 40k universe, like it just appeared behind you on the floor, what would you want? Oh, I can show you. I can show you. Give me a second. Where the hell is my bolter? I don't know where my bolter is. This is the problem. 1 second. Bolter, where are you? was going to take this opportunity to show you guys my bolter, but I don't know where I put it. I am genuinely confused where my bolter is. Okay. Let's see. What angels were there? Alexis, can't they fly? What heresy is this? You're gonna give them a Red Bull? Iron Warriors, look up Vrax for example of how much they can screw over any attacker. Yeah, the Siege of Vrax. Yeah, the writers forgot that spaceships exist and that you can just bombard any part of a world. Yeah, the Siege of Vrax is written very poorly. In fact, I think I have it. No, I have the Bedav War. Vrax 1 is just piss poor. Boop-a-da-boop-a-da-boo. Weapons, a bolter, human size, no question. Yeah, bolter would be fun. Actually, I'd pick a las gun. I have my long las. I'll show you guys that, if I can find it. You were excited about that bolter. Yes, I was, and now I can't find it, and I'm sad. How awkward was it for Engron to hear someone praise the Emperor, I wonder? I don't know. Engron's kind of a little jerk, so it doesn't really matter. I want Renegade Guard and Chaos Sisters. Let heretics have nice things. They do have nice things. Let's see. God damn it, Cypher. Bolters are really nice. We need a successful replacement in term physics weapons with bolters once. Yeah. Reddit shit posters bankrupt multi-million-dollar hedge funds. God, I love pissed off millennials. What's a good first Warhammer 40k book? Well, Warhammer book. I would start in 40k and I would actually just start with Dark Imperium. Would a regular bolter shatter a human's body? No! No, it wouldn't! A human can fire a bolter one-handed! Is it wise? No! Is it doable? Yes, even if it's an Astartes bolter. The common misconception from the lore community is that a bolter is this hugely powerful weapon that just shoots out and like the recoil would shatter your entire arms and break everything. No, it's a goddamn grenade launcher. It literally puts out it with some black powder and then the rocket ignites and it takes off. It has such little recoil that a human can fire a human-sized bolter one-handed. In fact, there's artwork of humans firing 2 of them one-handed. God, that annoys the piss out of me. And the recoil isn't even that hard. Like, it's a grenade launcher. Fire a modern-day grenade launcher. Like, I'm in America. We can just do that. And you would just see how little recoil a bolter would have. It's just rapid fire. Actually, it's not even rapid fire. It's 3 burst clips. It's 3 bursts and then it waits and then 3 more bursts. Semi-automatic. There we go. God, bolters are actually the horribly bad weapons because you can see the shots coming, which means you can dodge them. Okay. Anyway. But Abor was disappointing for me. Yes, it is. That's this one. I have a special edition of that sitting on my shelf. Hey, 1 second. But Abor. Get out of the way, chair. With the Horn Blackheart and the Red Scorpions. You know what I hate about this book? Red Scorpions. Look them up historically. And wonder why they're Puritans. Come on. Get back into your home. Get into your home. I hate you. There we go. Let's put this back. This chair is just in the way. There we go. Should've just got up. But lazy is fun. Let's see. Love the Kakaradons in the Badab War. Kakaradons are cool, Red Scorpions are not. In fact, I think Red Scorpions should be taken out of the game. And the lore in its entirety. How would you counter Mortarion? Let's see, Mortarion moves a foot, so if you have nothing to actually keep around Mortarion, you could just kill him in one turn via just shooting your entire army at him and just watching him go away. You can also just ignore him. He's 500 points at minimum. Yeah. Because you need HQs with him and you need a bunch of other things with him. Yep, 40k runs on hate. But yeah, Mortarion, it depends on the army and how I would counter him. It really boils down to what the terrain looks like and what the table looks like and how the opponent is fielding him. The list behind Mortarion, and there's a ton of other factors. Like, yes, my typical answer is I could take 3 Retributor squads and 2 Exorcists and kill him in one turn. Mathematically, it is possible. He would be within multi-melter range. He would be very easy to kill. And yes, we could do that. But without taking terrain into factors and where your opponent's placement is him, or where the army is, and everything like that, you literally can't counter something just by saying, I can counter it. So I do apologize about misleading people before. Because it's dishonorable or something? No, they bombard planets all the time. I have a request. Can you please give a name to my Gothic class Imperial cruiser? Recently I got one for Battlefleet Gothic and I planned on writing it into the circle lore, into my circle's lore. Ooh, you could call it the Mistress Request. That's actually a really cool name. That's one of the names of my ships. In fact, I can show you the Spear Provoska. I own the ship. There it is. Needs to be painted up. But there it is. Oh, wait, I am way too white. There's the Spear Provoska. I have like so many Battlefleet Gothic ships, it's ridiculous. Alright, let's see. Or the Mistress Repentance. That could be cool too. That's a really mighty library. I'm kind of jealous. I need to work on mine. Also, I need to actually start reading Warhammer 40k. Should do. Oh, that Mighty Joe guy left. I hope. He hasn't posted in a while. He's probably like sitting there like steamingly butthurt. Why don't you like the Red Scorpions? Because they're based off of the Waffen SS. That's why I don't like them. In fact, there's a Waffen SS unit called the Red Scorpions that share the same color scheme. Yeah. I really like the Minotaurs, Spartan aesthetic. They're also idiots. Jesus, the Minotaurs are dumb. Are there TV shows in the Imperium? Yes, there are. Current day as of 2021, it's 128. How many Space Marines would it take to bring current day Earth into compliance? Okay, so we actually did do the math for this. Me and Sterling are working on this, but assuming that they are not using spacecrafts, because the second they use spacecrafts, we cannot counter that. The best we could do is hope to hit it with a nuclear missile and travel it slow enough to go into orbit, which means that it would have to hit the craft and then detonate on the craft itself. Good luck with that. But assuming that they're not using a spaceship and they're just ground forces and they've already established a base and are coming after us, it would take an entire chapter. If they're using drop pod assaults, and actually even drop pod assaults we can deal with, because all we'd have to do is just flank them and just bombard the area that they go into, or just find their dreadnoughts and kill them and then systematically bomb the Space Marines into oblivion. Space Marines are not good fighters, by the way. If you watch my Everything Wrong With series, we go over this. Let's see. Here I'll have to check. Here. Let's see. That's actually really funny. Epic, thanks a ton. This is why you're the queen. Ah, thank you. Loading stream is still going on. Wait, is it? Do I have music going on? I hope I don't. Do you dislike the Kriegsmen as well? No, I love the French. They're actually really cool. They're French officers named after the War of Krieg. You can see that they're French officers because of their blue uniform with all their badges on it. And their hats, which are definitely French. They're not German. They're not German. Look it up. You can actually find the thing that the Kriegers are based off of. And it's the French versus the, it's a war, a very specific war, by the way, where it's French versus Germany. And the French heavily rely on bombardment strategies. That's why we know that they're French, because the Kriegers absolutely love bombarding things. So yeah, I love the French. Kriegers are cool. I hate the fan base for them. It's also why the Kriegers are badass, because France in war is almost unstoppable. They're crazy strong. What's your favorite homebrew chapter? My own, because I am selfish like that. If the Soul Wardens are Scottish based, they're not. They're Gaelic based. They're actually Celtic based, so it's based off of all of those nations over there. Which other chapters are based off of historical warriors that you know of? There's a lot to unpack there, and I don't have time to go into that. What chapter works best with sisters in your opinion? Black Templar. For lore, tabletop-wise, I actually think Blood Angels, because you can have that assault. Or you can have the sisters do the mid-range combat, and you can take Dark Angels for long-range suppression. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. It's actually cool. Didn't know that part of the Krieg's background. Yeah, they're based off of French officers. Some random YouTube commenter. That is a great name. Where did you get the model ship from? That is based off of Battlefleet Gothic. You can buy them on YouTube. You can buy them on eBay. It's a long dead game. You can also get them 3D printed. Let's see. Once got bombarded for 5 years after we broke up. Alexis, that's almost everyone in World War I. Bombardment, everything that moves. Yes, but there's a very famous French battle based off of it. That's where the Kriegers come from. Tell us about your homebrew chapter, please. I have an entire video about that where I go over my company of Space Marines. Thoughts on 3D printing. If a company is no longer in possession of the IP, I fully support 3D printing. If the company owns IP that you are 3D printing, you are stealing. Okay? Make sure you know the difference. I have to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. There we go. It's okay, everyone. I found my bolter. Look at this. I love this bolter. This is actually made to scale, too. So, this bolter. Let's go all the way back here. Look at this thing. I love this bolter. So much do I love this bolter. And this is a combi bolter. This is a combi melta with an extended clip. That's why it has a drum magazine. Sacred inscriptions. And then it has the sigil of the Emperor. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew, pew. Anyway, that's my bolter. There we go. You came back loud. Sorry. Okay. Was that in the washer? No, sleeping on my bed. See, everybody else cuddles with their significant other. I cuddle with Bolter. You never know when you're gonna need it. Somebody breaks into the house, level the house. Muzzle discipline, please. I actually had my finger like this. Just saying. Oh man, that looks dope. Yeah, it does. Alexis, what's your thoughts on gun control? Yes. My thoughts on gun control. It shouldn't be as widely distributed. It should be a much smaller market. It's good for scared people and cowards. That's my thought on gun control. Do I think that guns should be illegal? No. No. And I'm a pacifist. I will never use a firearm against another person. I'll strictly use them against a target. I don't even own a firearm to protect myself. And I want to keep it that way. That's trigger discipline, not muzzle discipline. Nope, muzzle discipline is me not pointing it at something living. There is nothing living in this house. Not even me. I'm dead from the neck up. Anyway, jokes aside. Let's see. Have Space Marines worked with the Titan Legions before? Yes, they have. You can see note of this in the First Horse Heresy book. Which half game would you be a part of, Escher? In fact, I have a picture of that too. I have my Escher cosplay. Left the gun, thank you. Perform my duty to the Emperor and Twitch subscribed. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do a Twitch as well for those of you that don't know. And I love playing on Twitch. I'm going to play on Twitch in a little bit after this. Although I am hoping that we can get this stream up to $100 so that I can actually pay my cell phone bill this month. I just got a text too. There we go. But yeah, if I can get that to 100, I'd be super happy. We're at 80 right now. It's only $20 to get it over to 100, and then I can safely pay my bill before I pay my rent. My phone just keeps going off now. There we go. Cosplay is how we make our money. No, it isn't. That would imply that I have an OnlyFans, and I don't yet. So paint question. I only have vanished gold, pots of gold, and no base coat metallic gold. Should I use it or just buy a pot of current stuff for being sold? I actually like Retributor gold. How much you need, sister? It's like 20. What game would you be playing on Twitch since you beat Cyberpunk? I'm gonna play some Overwatch because I really like Overwatch, but I don't know. Like, that's the weird thing, is like I don't have a current game to play through right now. Like, it's so weird. I don't know what to play. I'm waiting for Village of Goth Mommy. I'm waiting for that game to come out, and I can't wait for that game. That game's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait to get choked out by a 9-foot-tall goth woman. It's like a dream. It's gonna make me look a little bit weird. Yeah. I would love to see a Shrek Space Marine chapter. No, please, no. That's like the most millennial, that's like the most Gen Z thing I've heard. Norn Queen, roll a d20. Okay, here's my d20. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, we just got a member. Cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. Keep forgetting about that. Okay, so roll a d20. Got a 3. It's not very high. Dawn of War Armageddon mod. I played that quite a lot. Do you enjoy the Resident Evil franchise? Yes, I do. Resident Evil looks great. Yes, it does. If you had no flesh-colored paints, what would you use to paint stuff like guardsmen or fleshy men creatures? Now, when you say flesh tone, excuse me. Do you mean like Gilliman flesh tone, darker flesh tones, lighter flench tones, fresh? You know what? I'm done. I tried. I don't know. By the way, there is no Happy Time Go-Go juice in this. I am perfectly normal. This is me, normal. Imagine me with Happy Time Go-Go juice. But if you have it, just change the skin tones up. Like, I never paint my skin tones all the same. Sisters stick together. Oh, thank you so much. You're awesome and I love you. And I think with that, we get this to... Are you serious? Are you serious? Chat revenue, 99.86. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Oh my god. I rolled a d20 and also got a 3. Huh. French is my favorite skin tone. Out of context quotes from Alexis would be, French is my favorite skin tone. So the Lead Belcher skin guardsman dream is dead. If you read manga, have you read Chainsaw Man? No, I haven't. I don't read too much manga. I'm still giggling at French is my favorite skin tone. Thank you, Stone, you did it. We're now over 100. We're at 163. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm still giggling about that. Auxilia in models? I'm not sure. As a commission painter, I use any brand and paint that would work with skin tones, including craft paints. Do it. Like, I typically make, in my 10 women squads for sisters or 10 men squads in most other armies, except for guardsmen, Thude, in 10 Thude squads. Because Thude is the non-binary version of dude. Anyway, if you ever need to talk to your non-binary friends, refer to them as Thudes. It's the best. Don't ask me how to spell it. But anyway, usually what I do is I do 3 white skin tones, 3 darker skin tones, 3 like tan skin tones, and then 1 a crazy skin tone, like a light green because of a planet that they were on. Alexis, have you seen Full Metal Alchemist? Yes, I have. I love Full Metal Alchemist. Brotherhood is the best. Actually, funny story about that. Do you guys know Vic Mignogna, the voice actor? So at a convention that he was at called Genericon, a couple of years back, he came in, and this was at the height of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, like the absolute height of it. Okay? I was helping with setting up the equipment and everything, and setting up the stage and everything, and I got to talk to Vic Mignogna, and he's actually a very nice person when you talk to him. But I also got to co-host with him, which was really cool. And I got to talk to him about a bunch of things, and I was in a 9-foot-tall demon cosplay, so it was a lot of fun because I kept tapping him on the head. But out of the cosplay, he didn't recognize me, which was really funny. But I walked up to him, and I hugged him around the waist, lifted him up, and shook him around. It was great. Oh, also, all of those allegations against him are kind of false. They've all been fought and won against. Just saying. It's the only reason I still like him. Trust me. I definitely checked. Could Kazuo Sicarius beat Saitama? No. No. Saitama would win. Kazuo Sicarius isn't really that good of a warrior either. He's like equivalent to Sigismund, so he's really good, but he's not great. Question, with Warhammer Old World constantly being teased, would you think of getting classic armies like Bretonnia and Empire, or new armies like Arby or Cathy over the old ones? I'm not sure. I didn't know much about it. I know that that game died due to it not being popular, so let's see what happens. I'm currently hoping that it just comes back and doesn't have a lot of cool, like, has good stuff, but whatever. Who is a character you hate the most? Character that I hate. Probably Mortarion. Just because he's so petty. Like, I absolutely hate Mortarion. Like, yeah, I would say Mortarion. Favorite Adeptus Sororitas Order? Martyred Lady. Gotta go, Night Sister. Take care. I don't pick for what skin tones go on my minis. I lay out all of my flesh tones and paint and roll a d20. Ah, interesting. Could King Bradley beat a Space Marine? King Bradley. Fuhrer Emperor King Bradley? Yes. Yes, he could. Easily. Honestly, yeah. Very easily. Assuming... No, not even. With a regular sword, yeah. He could kill him. He's faster than a Space Marine's reaction speed. He would close the distance very quickly, and he'd probably just stab out the neck or the eyes. He's very good at analyzing his... He's very good at analyzing his opponents and finding weaknesses. So yeah, killing a man in full armor, easy. Kazuo Sicarius has PTSD now. Yeah, he has PTSD of Necrons. It's really cool. Old World is returning and I love it. It's awesome. Like, people who are going to play it are going to play it. They're going to love it. Me, I'm going to sit and wait. Take miniatures out that I like. And that's it. Add them to my other armies. Boros? I don't know who Boros is. Maybe I'm just drawing a blank. Let's see. There's no more comments. I'm guessing the chat has died down a little bit. We still got over 100 people in here. Damn. I'm going to be honest, the new Stormcast Eternals, the ones with the beast heads, he's got like a grandma face. Going to use his head for my Sisters of Battle HQ to represent a 60-plus-year-old veteran. That's actually really cool. Hi, Alexis. Any tips on where to start collecting orcs? Love your content. Boys. Literally buy a ton of boys. And then get yourself a boss. You think Fulgrim has an OnlyFans? Yes. Yes, he does. 100%. He's probably so petty that he has 2 OnlyFans and both of them like each other. Yep. Which Primarch is the best and why is it Lion? Actually, it is Lion. Lion is the best combat and most successful Primarch out of all of them. Like, he can beat everyone. The second best is Leman Russ, and Leman Russ lost a fight to Lion. So, there you go. Just got a new T-Sons army and already having to fight the urge to start a homebrew chapter. Do it. Do it. It could be fun. Paint them with color-shifting paints. It could be a lot of fun. Would you recommend a new Silent King or the Void Dragon for Necron army? Probably the Silent King. The Void Dragon is okay, but the Silent King is also a bit too costly for what he does. When is Clone Fulgrim going to be released from Necron prison? Probably soon. He's actually the next Loyalist Primarch I actually think is going to come back, like legit think come back. Would you recommend, I already read that one. Do you think Mortarion, no. Thoughts on Sanguinius? He's dead. He's also not that good of a Primarch. Like, as weird as that is to say, he's not that good. He doesn't accomplish, like, anything. Guilliman is the best because he is the only active Primarch. Agreed. Guilliman's also just a solid choice for Primarch, too. Why is this doing this? Stop it. They're supposed to be all cool and, like, torn up. Not just down. That's lame. There we go. Color shifting paints on Chaos Space Marines would be sweet. Do it. Turbo Dork makes some really good paints for that. He's actively sleeping. I like that. Do we have any source on what the Necrotier looked like? Yeah, they look like the Necrons, just add flesh to them. Long faces, thin bodies. Yeah. Thoughts on custom guard regiments? Do it up. Like, if you're going to make your own custom guard regiment, write up some lore, and then roll for it in the custom regiment maker thingy. Sanguinius is literally the best, remembered for dying. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Did you read any of the Path to Eldar books? Yes, I have. Actually, I have a few of them. I don't think anyone actually sees my other, like, I really gotta show my other bookshelf. Like, there's a bookshelf like this over there. There's another full bookshelf. And then I have another full bookshelf. If Vulcan comes back, what action would he take first that would be impactful to the lore? Honestly, he'd probably start doing he would join the Crusade, obviously. And then from there, he'd probably just jump around doing, like, great feats of war, bringing Imperial planets back under control. I don't know how good of a commander he would be right now, because he would have to relearn all of the enemies of the Imperium. He'd probably bring more worlds into compliance than Guilliman has, but at the same time, he'd probably be more for war than anything else. So it really depends. Ferrus Manus, in terms of quality of a Primarch, is a bit boring. Yeah, he's like the 4th worst Primarch. I still think he's better than Dorn, but he's still pretty bad. Sanguinius was the best at giving the Emperor hope. Yeah, I can give him that. Are you going to play Dark Tide when it comes out? Yes, I am. Might be me, but I don't get the hype about Sanguinius. Same. His name is Feathers. Eldred Uthran did nothing wrong. Honestly, he hasn't. Is Dorn dead, or is he just staring at Big E in depression? He's dead. Currently, canonically, he's kind of dead, but he's not actually dead. So there's a chance that he's alive somewhere. Yeah. That's it. He might be able to forge some sweet stuff. It would be kind of cool if he came back and just reforged the entire Imperial Guard army. Like, that would be really badass. Like, Guilliman's focusing on the Marines, and he's just like, cool, I'm gonna upgrade the Guard. Wait, what? Yeah, give him super suits. Honestly, like Guilliman, whose name I may continuously butcher, coming back was the only one that may take time to fix the Imperium bureaucracy. I agree. I think he's a great Primarch. His old books were good. The way he thinks and the way he acts is really good. And the way he interacts with his brothers is really good. I enjoy him. Was also a blacksmith and inventor. Yes, he was. Still gotta go and buy the washes for my Grimdark paints schemes. This is gonna be working all night. Yes, you do. I want to use Alfarius as my Alpha Legion Demon Prince. What wings would you add to him? A jump pack or actual wings? I would just put him there and just be like, yeah, he has wings. Well, he doesn't have wings on his model. Yeah, whatever, he's a demon. He just appears and has wings when he does. What's your opinion about Russ? I really like him. Who would win, Orks or Tyranids? Orks can battle in space, Tyranids can't really. So I'd give it to the Orks if they were smart enough to do naval combat. Poor Dorn. Wouldn't it be crazy if Vulcan came back but he got like reincarnated as an orc? No. No, that'd be really stupid and break the lore of 40k. It'd break any and all immersion I had in the universe. That felt good. What's your opinion on how the 40k universe will end, even though Games Workshop will never end it? How it will end is the Imperium, the Eldar, and possibly, depending on how things go, but the Imperium and the Eldar would unify and go into another dimension, and everybody else would just fight it out. Oh god, Dorn with Schrodinger's cat. Yeah. Orcs smart? Yes, orcs can be very, very, very intelligent, depending on the amount of orcs that there are. Alright, so I think I'm going to end this because I am losing my voice at this point. So I hope everyone enjoyed, and I want to thank each and every single one of you for the donations. You guys are awesome, and I love each and every single one of you. Will you do a video with Major Kill? Yes, if he invites me. Like legit, if he just wants to talk on a video, yeah, I would love that. But I'm gonna go straight onto Twitch in like 10 to 15 minutes and just stream some Overwatch. So if you want to watch that, please come and join me. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming in, donating. You guys are awesome. Please check out my Patreon. On my Patreon, I have a ton of videos that I'm just posting there that are not limited by like the ads of YouTube, so I don't have to make them 10 minutes. I can just shoot a video and have fun with it. So please check out my Patreon. It's awesome and you'll love it. Links in the description down below. As always, I'm NornQueenAlexis. I love you guys so much.